First, we have the encouragement. Look at verse 5. This is Paul talking to Timothy. He says, when I call to remembrance the genuine faith that is in you, which dwelt first in your grandmother Lois and your mother Eunice, I am persuaded it is in you also. So to help Timothy deal with the false doctrines and the false teaching that's going on around him, folks leaving the church, turning their back on what they once believed, the itching ears following every way with a doctrine, he's saying, Paul, let me first encourage you about yourself. I know the faith that you have in you. The faith that you have in you is a genuine faith. It is an absolute faith and trust and confidence in God's power, his wisdom, and his knowledge. So he's encouraging Timothy. So you have to understand, Timothy was a young pastor. So he's over at Ephesus. Timothy walks with Paul on his missionary journeys. And Paul had Timothy to stay back in Ephesus so he could pastor that church. So Paul's a young man, probably younger than I am, if I remember reading correctly. Probably in his early 20s, but not pastoring a city, if you will. All the converts out there in Ephesus. So Timothy has a couple things against him. His age, his lack of experience, so in some people's eyes, and not to mention all the doctrines that's going on around him. All the others that are talking about this and talking about that, the false teachers, and he's seeing people leaving the faith. But Paul writes him and says, listen, first of all, let me speak directly to you, Timothy. I know the faith that you have. It's an unhypocritical faith. It's a faith that is steadfast and immovable. It is a faith that after having done all, you will stand, you will continue to stand.